Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to this blustery, rainy Ohio night. It's raining cats and dogs out right now. And, what do you do on one of those kind of nights? You sit down with a game like this. This is going to be a game discussion on Skyrim, which I just picked up, the midnight launch. It's the first time I've done a midnight launch since probably Halo 2. So it's been a long time since I've done a midnight launch. It was a lot of fun. But as you can see, I did not pick up the big, huge box set. And I'm okay with that because really, the only thing in there that I wanted was the art book. I didn't care about the dragon, and I didn't really feel that I could spend 150 bones on something that didn't really want. So I did pick up the PS3 version, and that's not out of any fanboyness or anything like that. It's just because I have more memory on my PS3 than on my Xbox, so I went with that. It runs very smoothly. I've heard of some graphical hiccups with the 360 version, but I have not run into that with these, aside from the normal, minor glitches that you'll get with these types of games. But I didn't pick up the big box set, but I did pick up the very handsome hardcover player's guide. And this is I've actually used this a couple times. It's gotten me out of some tough spots. But usually I don't use these until I get stuck in these games. Because with the Elder Scrolls, it's all about exploring and trying to figure your own way out. Where to start with this game? I guess the big thing to talk about is the dragons. This is what they're using to really sell this game, is that you're fighting dragons in this. And let me tell you, the first time you fight a dragon, it is a very exhilarating, exciting experience. And then you fight your second dragon, and then you fight your third dragon. And it does kind of lose something over, I've beat 4 dragons now. And, the first couple times you saw a dragon, you're like, oh shit, there's a dragon. But now you kind of figure out how to beat them. You're just kind of like, oh, there's a dragon, let me go fight it. So, and there was another situation that really kind of, it kind of ruined the dragons for me a little bit. I was going to Labyrinthian, doing a quest for the College of Magic, and there's frost trolls around there, which be careful with those guys, because frost trolls will rape you in this game. But I was fighting a frost troll, and I had to run away from it really far, because there was 2 of them, and I couldn't fight 2 at once. I had to divide them. So I ran all the way back to a town, which is like miles away, and had the town guards help me fight it. And then when I went back to Labyrinthian, there was still that one frost troll there, so I was fighting it. And then all of a sudden, a nearby dragon just noticed us somehow and started attacking us. So I quickly jumped out of the way and let this, damaged troll fight this fully powered dragon. And the troll won. What? This game's all about these dragons, but yet, frost trolls are stronger than these low-level dragons, which I admit they're very low-level dragons, because I'm only about 20 hours into the game. But it kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit for these dragons, so hopefully when I start fighting some of the more advanced dragons, things will really pick up. But, talking about, the College of Magic, doing the quests, it feels like, which of course, by the way, I've only fully explored about 8% of this game, so I might be wrong, and later things might take a longer time. But, thinking back to the Mages Guild in Oblivion, you did Mage Guild quests for each town, and then finally you got to do the Imperial Cities Mage quest. And the Mage Guild quests were really, really long. But, the College of Magic, I'm almost done with it. And it made me feel kind of, I wanted to go there before I, did any more of the main story, because I'm playing as a mage character. And I wanted to go there and build up, my magic skills and stuff. But it doesn't really feel like I'm building up, many skills. And the quest feels kind of shorter than it should. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm still very impressed with this game, don't get me wrong. I'm just, nitpicking now. And, talking about being a mage, this is the first Elder Scrolls game where I really feel like magic is a viable option. In Oblivion, it really did a lot for me using magic, because I never used magic in Morrowind except for a healing spell. But in Oblivion, the magic got good enough to where I felt like I could, you know, throw it into being a melee character. Whereas in this game, I feel magic has gotten so good that I'm a full-on mage character, and I only use melee when my magicka runs out, because there's never enough magicka to, you know, fight all these, you know, monsters in here. But I've really been, you know, happy, you know, playing a mage, and you know, you don't have to adhere to strict classes in this. In fact, there are no classes really. You know, when you played Oblivion, you picked a class you wanted to be, or you made up your own class. Well, in this, you don't. You just pick your race, and you kind of, you know, define your features and stuff, and then the game just says play how you want. And if you want to be a magic person, just go buy spells and build up your magic. You know, there's no, you know, there's no pluses and minuses to being jobs, you know, anymore. Where, you know, in Oblivion, it felt like, you know, when you picked, you know, being a mage, it kind of gave you some bonuses and minuses to your character. But in this one, it really doesn't. So you can do whatever you want to in this game, really. The graphics are really, really good. You know, I often will stop in the middle of a road and just look at the waterfall effects, because the waterfall effects are gorgeous in this, and the snow effects are gorgeous. I love wintertime, so this one's right up my alley. There have been a few graphical hiccups, you know, like where I throw a lightning bolt and the lightning bolt won't show up on screen, but the enemy will still take damage. There's been one instance where a skeleton, his head kind of his neck was really long and his head was way over here, but then it kind of, after I moved out of the way and moved back on screen, it was gone. And then there's been an instance where the foliage on the ground has been kind of elevated above the ground, and you could actually see between them. But you'll get those kind of, you know, glitches with these huge games. There's nothing in here that's as bad as New Vegas, so don't have to worry about that. It's just a few little hiccups here and there. The music has actually really impressed me in this one, because I felt like the music has always been kind of just ambiance in the last games, but this one actually has some really good tunes on it, and it's actually made me think about picking up the soundtrack. But yeah, I'm about 20 hours in, and I'm really enjoying it. You guys, if you haven't picked up Skyrim, make sure it's on your list. You know, pick up the PC version, pick up the Xbox 360 version, get the PS3 version. I know GameStop's doing a promotion where if you trade it in before January something, you get like an additional $30 in trade-in. So there's probably going to be some used copies coming out here pretty soon. So be on the lookout for those if you want to get them on the cheap. But definitely pick this game up. I'm going to stop talking about this because talking about this makes me want to get back to playing it. So I will see you guys next video. Take care and enjoy your evening.